Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Come on in the room. Hope that you're doing well today. Come on in. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Come on in. As you join, double tap, share the stream out. Let somebody know I am here. I am live. Good morning, Aldo. Good morning, everyone. Good morning to you. Hello, Javier. Good morning, Lisa Fire. Thank you so much. Oh, today's the 28th. Today's my son's birthday. Today is my son's birthday. Good morning. Good morning, Miss Gloria. Oh my goodness. He's 26 today. He is. Wow, 26 years. That's crazy. Good morning, Jenny. Good morning, everyone. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Come on in. Hey, Hermes, how are you? How you doing? Let's fill out my commitment calendar. Let's fill it out. Good morning, everyone. Hey, Adoni, how are you? Good morning to you. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope that you're all doing well. That you had a good day yesterday. Let me share the stream out. Let's do that. Double tap for me. Share the stream out. Let's get these numbers up. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Good morning, Liz. Good morning, everyone. Come on in. Double tap as you join. Share the stream as you join. Good morning, Queen E. Hello, Norman. How are you? How are you doing today? All right, let's share this out. Let's do that. Good morning, Dragonfly Girl. Good morning, Eileen. Hey, Queen Vanessa. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, you're doing okay, Norman. That's great. Great. Okay, great. Awesome. Awesome sauce. Good morning, everyone. I guess so. There's something on this desk that is messing up my clothes. My daughter has taken over my office. Every day I come home, she's in here. She's just made a mess in my office. I'm doing well. Thank you so much for asking. I'm grateful, happy about my new habits. Yes, I love it. Hello, Malcolm. How are you? I can definitely do that. DM me the word mentor and we can get started working on your life goals. We can absolutely do that. Where am I dwelling? I'm dwelling in the presence of the Lord. Thank you, Norman. I value education. That's why. So good morning, everyone. We're well over 200. Good morning. Welcome to the room. I am Anika V. Brown, Master Life Coach and Mentor with a focus in productivity and mindset. Welcome. Hit that follow button. I'm live here Mondays through Fridays, 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time. So get connected. We're going places. Good morning, Maverick. How are you? How you doing? We're going places this year. We're doing major things. Our theme for this year is executive living. So we're operating our lives like a Fortune 500 company. So we're making the right decisions, right? Getting connected to the right people, which I'm going to talk about today. Getting connected to the right environment so that we can really operate like an executive. Good morning, Zoe from Pennsylvania. How are you? Used to be in PA a lot. For the knowledge, I learned a lot. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you so much for showing up. I'm in the US, Joe. I'm in the US. I am. So again, welcome. So let's jump right into our gratitude check-in. Let's do that. The numbers are good, so let's do that. Let's jump right into our gratitude check-in. Go ahead and drop in the comments some things that you're absolutely grateful for today. Let's do that. Drop in the comments some things that you're grateful for today. Hey, Arlie, how are you? Grateful for all of it. Awesome. I love that, Miss Gloria. I love that. Thank you, Joe. Can join the class. You want to join my class? Send me a message, okay? So I can tell you how. Send me a message. Hey, Gonzal, how are you? Good morning to you. I'm grateful for everything. Love it. Yes, yes, yes. Hey, Shadia. Good morning to you. Yoba, good morning. Good morning. How are you? Grateful for new growth opportunities. Love that. I love it. I love it. I love it. You're from Congo. Awesome. Welcome to the room. Welcome. I'm so grateful for my struggles. They help me to tap into my strength. Ooh, I love that. I love that. We have some very mature individuals in the comments. I love it. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. Grateful to be alive. Awesome. Yes, indeed. I'm grateful for a new day. I love it. I love it. I love it. Grateful for heat, warmth, and my job. Yes, indeed. Absolutely. Absolutely. Good morning, Bandito. Good morning to you. Welcome to the room. I don't think I can help you with that, Samuel. I don't think so. Good morning, Teeks. Grateful for everything. Awesome. I love it. Those are all your certificates. Yes, they are. They all have my name on them. Good morning, Slim R. Welcome to the room. Ayan, good morning. All right, so that is our gratitude check-in. We practice gratitude here because it helps to keep us in a mindset of abundance. We're not spending this year sitting around complaining about what's not here, what's not good enough. No, we're going to find things to be grateful for in our lives, and we're going to be grateful for them. Hey, Laila, I hope I said that right. Good morning to you. Just like, oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh my God. I don't know. Maybe Walmart? I think it's Walmart because I remember I had an event to go to and I didn't have time to search through my closet. So I think I stopped at Walmart and got it. I believe it's Walmart. Why am I so beautiful? It's the grace of God. But thank you for asking. I think it's Walmart. I think so. Because I do remember I had somewhere to go to and I didn't have time to go through my closet. So I just stopped by Walmart and picked it up. So yes, it is Walmart. Thank you. Thank you, though. All right. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So we have two mantras that we're walking through the year with. Two mantras that we're walking through the year with. The very first mantra, I'm going to tell you, Zoe, in a minute. Hold on. I'm going to tell you. You're moving so fast. Let's get through the preliminaries first. Let's do that. All right. So the two themes that we're walking through the year with. Number one, I am an effective executive over my life. Thank you, Liz. Thank you so much. So type that in the comments. I am an effective executive over my life. Yes, that is mantra number one that we're walking through the year with. I am an effective executive over my life. Number two, I only exude executive energy. I only exude executive energy. I'm focused. I'm disciplined. I'm organized. So I only exude executive energy. I am focused. I'm disciplined. I'm organized. So those are the two mantras that we're walking through this year with. I am an effective executive over my life, not just an executive, because we know there are executives that are not effective at all. They got their position because they knew somebody who knew somebody, right? But they're not effective. But this year, we're endeavoring to be an effective executive over our lives, and we're only exuding executive energy. We're focused. We're disciplined. We are organized. Thank y'all for typing that. Hey, Patty, how are you? How you doing? How are you doing this morning? So those are the two mantras that we're walking through the year with, and we're going to continue to speak them as we walk through the year so that we can remind ourselves how to operate, how to make decisions, right? Decisions that will benefit our enterprise, which your life is an enterprise, okay? Yes. You may not have a actual business, but your life is an enterprise. It is. So we want to make healthy decisions that will benefit our enterprise. All right, so let's pray. I'm going to pray the 23rd Psalm and then we'll move into the affirmations. All right, let's do that. The Lord is our shepherd. I'm praying for all of us. So you're going to type amen in the comments. The Lord is our shepherd. We shall not want. He makes us to lie down in green pastures. He leads us beside still waters. He restores our souls. He leads us in a path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though we walk through the valley of the shadow of death, we will fear no evil. For thou art with us, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort us. Thou preparest a table before us in the presence of our enemies. Thou anointest our heads with oil, our cups run over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow us all the days of our lives, and we will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Amen, amen, and amen. So that is the 23rd Psalm that we pray every morning. Good morning, Global Chick Venture. How are you? Yes, thank y'all so much for typing amen. Thank you. All right, so we're going to move right into our affirmations. I'm going to read through them. You're going to repeat them to yourself, and then you're going to type in the comments, I agree with that. Okay, there's so much power in agreement. So much power in agreement. So here we go. I am capable. I am responsible. I am grateful. I am focused on growth. I control my attitude. I am authentically me everywhere I go. I am worthy of God's best for me. I am patient with myself. I am patient with others. I have compassion for myself, and I have compassion for others. I embrace positive thinking. I welcome abundance and prosperity into my life. I am courageous and I have peace. I forgive myself and I forgive others. My spirit is renewed. My mind is free. I have a success mindset. I have a clear vision. I am a discipline builder. I am accountable to my goals. I am innovative. I am influential. I am a winner. I am healed and whole. Today I choose peace. Today I choose joy. Today I choose faith. And today I choose to flourish. I give myself permission to be successful. I give myself permission to take up space. I give myself permission to live my dreams. I give myself permission to win. I am a visionary. I see beyond my present. I think beyond limitations. I create the future. Nothing is impossible for me. Nothing is impossible for me. Nothing. I can have it. I can build it. I can become it. I can overcome it. I can heal from it. I can write it. I can launch it. I can apply for it and get approved for it. Nothing is impossible for me. That's a mindset that I want you to stay in as we go through the year. As you think about your big, bold goals that you want to accomplish this year, remind yourself, nothing is impossible for me. I can have it. I can build it. I can become it. I can overcome it. I can heal from it, right? I can recover. Nothing is impossible for me. Nothing is impossible for me. All right, so those are the affirmations that we use every morning to position our mindset. All right, let's jump right into our announcements because we have a lot of notes to get through this morning. Hopefully I can get through all of it. But again, if I don't, it will be in the book. Okay. Hey, Victor, how are you? Oh my goodness. There is something on this desk that is messing up my clothes. My white dress the other day, I got off the live stream and it was black. I don't know what my daughter is doing in here, but she's messing up my space. All right, let's get through. Let's get through. If you got girls, you know, like nothing is yours. They're in everything. Oh my God. They're in everything. Every day I come home, she's sitting at my desk. Just chilling. iPad. What do you call that thing? Alexa. Lord help me. Give me patience. Hey, Shelly, how are you? How are you? How are you doing? Yes, the joy of being a daughter. I guess so. But she's making my place a mess and I can't do it. My white dress, I got off and my white dress had this black spot on it from something that she was doing here. I don't know. All right, let's get through these announcements. Let's do that. So for those of you who want to work with me, you're going to send me a message, training to follow in your footstep. I think so. I think so. And I can see her doing that. I can really see her doing that. Absolutely. So for those of you who want to work with me, good morning, Julie. How are you? You're going to send me a message. I do have a coaching community and I have a mentorship program. All of those programs, and I'm going to show you the mess that she made in here as well. She doesn't even drink coffee. I don't know what she spilled over my paper. See this? Y'all, pray for my patience. She did that. Because when I showed y'all this paper the other day, it had no spots on it. But this is the work of my daughter. And she was doodling over here. I don't know what she was doodling over. Y'all pray for my patience because I'm going to have to print this out again. Pray for me. Because I don't know what she was drinking and spilling on my paper. And doodling on my paper. So I'm going to have to print this again. Because I don't know what she was doing. Okay, so all my programs, I hope that you can still see it. For those of you who are not aware, Maslow, hierarchy of needs, right? Abraham Maslow, we learned this in psychology when I was in nursing school. This is one of the things that we study, the hierarchy of needs that every human has, right? So the need for the physiological needs that we have, water, air, food, right? She could be doing worse things. That's true. And they always hit me with that, especially my daughter who's in university, Shelly. She always hits me with that. If I complain about anything that she's doing, she's like, it could always be worse. I know people who are drinking and smoking that are my age. I don't do that. She always hits me with that. She always does, Shelly. So that is a great point. She always does. She always say that. I could be doing worse. That's what she would say. So that is true. I'll just reprint my paper so it will look more professional from whatever she dropped on it. Okay, so the hierarchy of need. Now my coaching and my mentorship programs, they're all focused on getting you to these top levels. Esteem and self-actualization, okay? We all have the need for esteem and the need for self-actualization. So my programs help you to get there, okay? So esteem, achievement, mastery, independence, recognition, respect from others, and status, okay? We all have that need. I know you want to say, oh, I'm humble, I just want to be. No, that's not true. There's some part in you that desires to be recognized for the gifts that God has given you, right? The work that you have done on yourself. There's something in you that wants that status, right? And then self-actualization. So realizing your full potential, seeking personal growth, peak experience, and self-fulfillment. So my coaching community and my mentorship programs, they are strategically designed to get you to these top levels on the hierarchy of needs. okay, to get you to esteem and self-actualization, making sure that you maximize your full potential. So if you want to work with me, you're going to message me, let me know that you want to work with me, and we'll discuss the options, whether the coaching community or the mentorship program is ideal for you, for your situation, for where you're trying to get to. Okay? So that's the first announcement. Mentorship or coaching is available for you to work with me. Just send me a message. And again, this is not the year that you're going to sit down and not ask questions and not inquire about the answers that you need, right? Or the help that you need. Please, please, please send me a message if you have any questions about working with me. Okay? So I do have coaching community and a mentorship program that can help you to self-actualize. All right? Awesome. Now, if you're saying, I want that, I want the help, but I do not have the funds for it, I do have a money plan, which is a free resource, 10 ways for you to fund your personal development. The link is in my bio for that. All you have to do is download it. It's free. 10 ways for you to fund your personal development, so that we don't get to December and you're like, man, I wanted to do this, I wanted to do that, but I didn't have help, I didn't have systems or structure, so I didn't get to do it. No excuses, okay? No excuses. Go to the link in my bio, download the money plan, work those ideas. 10 ways to fund your personal development. And when you get the money, don't put it in anything else other than your personal development. Okay? That's for you, and that's a part of your self-care. Getting the mentor, getting the coach, purchasing the books that you need, that is a part of self-care. It is. Okay? So if you want to get a coach, want to get a mentor, and even if it's not me that you choose, that's okay. Still get the money plan, download it, work those ideas so you can hire the coach, hire the mentor, take the courses, purchase the book so you can get to the goals that you desire to get to this year. All right, so the link is in my bio for that. Now, tomorrow is our group counseling session. Thank you for all of you that registered. Thank you. I appreciate you all. I did send out the Zoom link. For those of you who registered with the link in my bio, you should have gotten the Zoom access after you put your information in. So make note of that. Tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, we will be in a live Zoom room, not a live stream on this platform, but in a Zoom room for our group counseling session. Again, we're going to be discussing identity versus role, so you don't get lost in a role that didn't work out too well and now you've taken it on as failure. No. Okay? You got to separate your identity from the role that you're playing, because anything can happen. Things can fail. You could start the business, so your role is a business owner. The business can fail, but you're not taking that identity of failure on. No, separate your identity from the role that you play. So if you want to be in a room, hey, Melissa, good morning. If you want to be in a room, you haven't registered yet, send me a message with the word counseling, or you can see the link in my bio. There's an option that says group counseling. You can register there. It's going to give you the Zoom information for tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. You can be in a room with us to get some strategies. Okay, so if you've been struggling with that, you have a role, the role didn't really work out well, and you've taken on an identity of failure. That is not your identity. So we want to give you some strategies to help with that. Can't wait. Okay, awesome. So that's tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We will be in a Zoom room, not on a live stream. So if you want to be a part of that, send me a message or go ahead and use the link in my bio to register for that. For those of you who want to be a part of my mentorship program, we do have a live session this coming Saturday. So it would be a good time for you to get in so that you can join us for the very first live session of 2026. So we're getting all the preliminary work done. We're strategizing, creating a plan that we're going to work for the rest of the year. Okay, getting our direction set clarified. So it would be a good time for you to enroll in the Action Accelerator so you can be a part of the very first live strategy session this coming Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Okay, so send me a message if you want to be a part of that strategy session this coming Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Send me a message and I'll tell you how you can get in. Okay, all right, great. I think that's it. I think that is it for now. I don't think I'm missing anything else. But again, if you have any questions, feel free to send me a message and I will be happy to answer any questions that you may have. All right, let's get into the word of the day. Let's get into the word of the day. If you're new here, we're back doing word of the day, but we're working from the 2.0 version of the Bold Moves manual. It hasn't been sent to print yet, so we're working through the list. Once we're done working through the list, then I'll send it to print and it'll look something like this. The image will be different, but it will be the Bold Moves Manual 2.0. Okay? All right, you do want to get this one because we're going to go over it later in the year. All right, awesome. Great. So today, the word of the day is possibilities. Possibilities. Type that in the comments. The word of the day, possibilities. Yes. Like to join Saturday Live. Ronan, can you send me a message so I can tell you how you can get in, okay? Send me a message, Ronan, so I can tell you how to get in for a strategy session on Saturday. Yes. We're talking about possibilities today. We make that declaration that nothing is impossible for me. We say that every morning. So let's talk about possibilities. Yes, let's talk about them. If you're just coming in the room, share this out for me. Okay, double tap and share this out if you're just coming in the room. So let's talk about possibilities. Now, every great achievement began as a possibility, right? An idea that someone dared to believe in and they put the work in. All right? They put the work in. The difference between those who dream and those who achieve is their ability to see possibility in places where others overlook or don't see it or they doubt it. So today we'll explore how to develop a possibility mindset, one that sees potential where others see limitations, opportunity where others see obstacles, and innovation where others see impossibility. Now, what does possibility really mean? Here's a definition for you. Possibility is the condition or fact of being possible, the potential for something to happen or exist or be created. All right? Possibility is not just about wishful thinking. One of the things that rubs me really bad, if you're going to have a conversation with me, and if I hear you say, man, I wish I could do this. I wish I could go there. I wish, that rubs me so wrong. Especially when I hear believers, those who believe in Jesus Christ, those who say they believe in the God that delights in the things that seem impossible, right? That rubs me so wrong when I hear people say, I wish. Don't wish. Put a plan together and work the plan. Put a plan together and work the plan, right? Especially for those of us that say we're believers. We believe in the true and living God. Why are you sitting around wishing? Why? Okay? Now, I used to be in that place, so I can talk to you about it now, right? I remember when I was a nursing assistant, giving you a story. I didn't give you any stories the last 2 days, did I? I don't think so. Well, yeah, I did share one. So I was a nursing assistant and I was working at this nursing home at the time. And I would hear these nurses talk about things that they did, places they took their family, new things that they were doing. And I was the one that was sitting around saying, man, I wish I could do that. I wish I could afford that. I wish I could go there. I wish I could do this for my family. I used to say that. And I caught myself one day and I said to myself, why are you wishing? Figure out what did they do so that they could position themselves to do these things, right? That's what I said to myself. Why are you wishing? Every time you hear these individuals talking about great things that they were doing for their family and great things that they're doing in their lives, I would say, man, I wish I could. I wish I could. And I had to check myself and be like, why are you wishing? Figure out what did they do to be able to do these things and accomplish these things. And that's what I did. Had conversations with them. They got the job that could afford them to do these things. And that's when I applied myself. I was like, okay, I know what I got to do. I got to work hard, put myself in a financial position where I could do that, right? Where I could afford to buy the house, to take my family on nice vacations, right? So I applied myself. I went to school, worked a full-time job, and went to school so I could get a career that could afford me to do that, to do these things, to buy my house, to take care of my family, right? So we're going to stop wishing. We're going to cut that out. This year, you got to catch yourself. If you're sitting around saying, man, I wish I could do that. I wish I could go there. I wish I could build that. Stop wishing. Figure out what did that person do to accomplish this specific goal. Okay? All right? Because everything comes with a cost. Everything we do comes with a cost. So I had to figure out what is the cost? What is the price that they paid to be able to get this result? And then you're going to apply yourself. Okay? All right. So possibility is not about wishful thinking. It's about your perception, your perspective, and your positioning. So I got my perception, I got my perspective together, and then I was able to position myself so I could do these things. Okay, so it could be possible for me. So it's about your perception, your perspective, and your positioning. It's the mindset that says there's always a way. There is a way that I can do this. There's a way that I can have this specific lifestyle. There's a way that I can accomplish this goal. And I'm going to try until I see it. Okay? Good morning, Impact TV. How are you? Okay? So it's the mindset that says there's always a way. Now, in business, in leadership, in personal growth, the most successful individuals are not the ones with the most resources. No, it's not. Because sometimes we don't have all that we need to get started. We don't. Most of the times, we don't have all we need to get started or to make that thing happen. But it is the ones who realize the most possibility that become successful. The ones who realize that, hey, it is possible. I know I don't have everything to walk it the entire way out, but do I have something to start? So that says there's a possibility. Do I have what I need just to get started? Okay, so it is the one who realized the most possibilities that become successful. And I love the story of Jeff Bezos. I love how his business story started out. I love seeing that picture of him in his garage, right? Sitting at his desk with the Amazon sign on the wall that looks like it was written with Sharpie. If you've never seen that before, I think you should look it up. For those of you who need inspiration, right? There's an image of Jeff Bezos sitting at his desk in his garage with that Amazon sign on the wall. It definitely looks like it was written with Sharpie or one of those thick markers, black markers. It says Amazon, right? It wasn't even written straight. You saw it, yes. And today he's one of the wealthiest men alive, right? He saw possibility and he won big. He won big. He didn't have everything to make the business a success at the time, because I do believe that they said for like the first few years of his business, it was all loss. There was no profit in it, right? I was listening to a podcast somewhere, and it said that for the first few years of his business, there was no profit. It was all loss, right? Yes, I love his story. I do. I love seeing that image of him sitting in that garage, because that tells me that, hey, something is possible for you. It's possible for you, but you got to see the possibility. He saw the possibility and he won big. A key thing to note is that when your mind expands to see possibilities, your actions align to create them. You just got to see it. You know what? It's possible for me to do this. It's possible for me to get this done, right? It's possible. So when your mind expands to see possibilities, your actions align to create them. And if you follow through, I promise you, you will win. You will win. You'll absolutely win. Now, let's talk about the enemies of possibility thinking. Let's talk about it because we got to touch on it. Yes, it is possible for you. Absolutely, Melissa. It is possible for you. Whatever that big dream is, whatever that big goal is, whatever the thing is that you want to accomplish this year, whatever trajectory that you want to set your life in, it is possible for you. Okay? It's absolutely possible for you. So let's talk about the enemies of possibility thinking. There are three major barriers that limits how people view possibility. Three major barriers. Number one, fear of failure. We talk about this a lot, but it's that important why we need to talk about it so much, right? So number one is fear of failure. The idea that if it doesn't work out, you look foolish. But sometimes you're going to have to look foolish to win. You're going to have to. 45 years old, it is possible to start my business. Absolutely, Jamal. It is absolutely possible for you. You're young. You're very young. You're very young. A lot of these multimillionaires and billionaires, like if you study their stories, they didn't hit it big until they were in their late 40s, early 50s, and 60s. If you really do a research. Okay, so if you've been trying from your 20s to your 30s and it just didn't work out, keep trying. You still have time. Okay, perfect intro to the counseling session. Yes, indeed. Absolutely, Miss Gloria. Absolutely. So we're going to cover that tomorrow. So those of you who you failed in some areas and you've taken on that identity of failure, we're going to help you to correct that tomorrow night in our counseling session. So make sure that you get in. Okay? Make sure that you get into our counseling session. I self-published my first book on Amazon. It changed my life. Yes, indeed. And I'm happy that you took the chance to do that, to see what's possible for you. Because I'm telling you, it's a next level of growth that happens when you take the chance, follow through, and get it done. There's a whole nother level of belief in yourself that happens. And I'm sure that you experience it, Impact TV, right? No specific time to become a millionaire. Yeah, that's true, Lisa Fire, absolutely. So the first major barrier to possibility thinking is the fear of failure. The idea that if it doesn't work, you look foolish. There's so many people that I know that have great ideas, but they have not started it because they're afraid of looking foolish. They're afraid that if it fails, somebody's going to laugh, somebody's going to talk. They're going to do it anyway. So you may as well give it a shot, right? People are going to talk about you anyways. So you may as well go out there and do the thing that you desire to do. And be okay with looking foolish until it works. Okay? Because faith looks crazy until it works. It does. Faith looks crazy until it works. And understand that not everybody is going to be on the bandwagon with you when you just started out, because in their mind they're really doubting, well, I don't think he can do that, I don't think she can do that, there's no way that's gonna work out, right? Even if they don't say it to you, that's what they're thinking. So be okay with looking foolish with the concerning the things that you're building and where you're going and the trajectory that you're putting yourself, that you're directing your life in. Be okay with looking foolish for a while. I'm fine with that. I'm building something that I've never built before. So of course I'm going to make mistakes. Of course, everything is not going to line up the first time around. So I am okay. And this is why you got to do the internal work as well, right? You got to get some healing done. If you struggle with rejection, you want to get that place within you healed, okay? You want to get that healed, because the first negativity that you hear, you're going to quit the project. You're going to put it down. Or the first person that says no to you, you're going to drop the project. When the next person, had you gone to the next door, you would have won big. Okay, so you got to get that part of you healed if you struggle with rejection. Okay, and acknowledge, hey, I struggle with rejection. My family didn't really do me well. My parents didn't do well, and that has caused some issues, and I feel rejected. And if somebody says no to me, I take that on and I sit down for 6 months and acknowledge that that is where you are, and then work on it. Okay, because there's so much more that is possible for you. But make sure that you heal that area. Okay? All right? All right. And if you can't do it alone, it's okay to talk to somebody. Get a counselor, get a therapist if you can't do it on your own. Do not get caught up in the stigma that people want to attach to getting a therapist or getting a counselor. Don't get caught up in that. Okay? You owe it to yourself and to the future you to get the help that you need. If you struggle with severe abandonment issues, rejection, severe depression, and all that, if you struggle with that, because you know within yourself, I struggle with this. And whenever this type of thing happens, I shut down. You know within yourself, it's time to seek the professional help that you need. And it is okay to get that professional help. Okay? Just to talk to somebody. All right? It's okay. So that you can build something healthy. All right? Okay. I hope that helps somebody. More people say no, the more I'm excited to accomplish my goals. Yes, Lisa Fire. Yes. And you can only do that from a healed place. Okay? So for you to get to the place where you're okay looking foolish building what you're building, you have to heal. You have to do the internal work. All right? You got to do the internal work. Okay. So number 1 is fear of failure. Now, the reality is every innovation has roots in experimentation and taking risks. If it's new to you, you're just running an experiment, and that's okay. We wouldn't have the type of medicine that we have today if somebody didn't say, you know what, let's experiment on this thing, or let's try this out. We wouldn't have the type of medicine we have today. So that is how I want you to think about whatever it is that you're building that is new. You've never done it. Nobody in your family has ever done it. You're not close to somebody who has accomplished it. I want you to look at it as every innovation, right, has roots in experimentation and taking some level of risk. You want to start that business? That's a risk that you're taking, right? I have started t-shirt business, mug business, and I took a risk. I invested a lot of money, didn't make it back. But here's the thing, the lessons that I learned trying to start that business was priceless, absolutely priceless. Like a lot of the success that I'm seeing today is because of the failures that I had with that business that I started, lessons that I learned from that. So do not fear failure. Okay, there were some valuable lessons that I learned. I invested a lot of money getting the machine, getting the inventory that I needed, that money that I didn't make back. Some of the inventory I had to just give it away because it was too much in my house and I didn't know what to do with it. But the lessons that I learned from starting that business including how I thought about money, my relationship with money. I learned that starting that business. I learned about my relationship with money. I learned about how I valued myself and my expertise. I learned all of that. You can't put a price on that. So yes, I lost the money for buying the machines and doing all the stuff that I did, but the lessons from the failure that I experienced, they were priceless. So this year, do not fear failure. Every innovation is rooted in some level of experimentation and risk. So trying out something you have never done is risky, but it's worth it. And books are very... Oh, thank you, my friend. Thank you. So what I'm reading today, it will be in the 2.0 version of the Bold Moves Manual. So once I publish it, I'll let you all know so you can get a copy, okay? My money is long. 8 years, no salary. Okay, I understand. Yes, do it. Just do it. Yes, indeed. That's the Nike. That's the Nike slogan, right? Just do it. To believe global market and companies. Okay, I'm not sure what you're trying to say there, but retype it, okay? All right, so again, experimentation and risk. Time is running. Let me jump through. Let me skip down. Number 2, limited exposure. Number 2, major barrier to possibility thinking. Number 2 is limited exposure. Limited exposure. All right, have a great day. Thank you so much for stopping by. All right, limited exposure is number 2. You can't imagine what you've never seen or been exposed to, right? You can't imagine it. You've never seen it, never seen anybody do it, never heard of a story of somebody doing. You can't get that. You have limited exposure. You can't imagine what you have never seen or been exposed to. So you have to expand your environment, and that will expand your imagination, right? Seeing and hearing something different will give you a new perspective. It will. Now, when I was on my social media break, I made the decision to join a community that meets every Wednesday night, right? And it has been so refreshing. I'm super excited to go see them tonight, to hang out with them tonight. So I am expanding my connection, right? Expanding my exposure. The person that I sat next to last Wednesday, they're from South Africa. They make exotic cookies. Like, that's new for me, right? That is new for me. But in the season, I have made the decision that I'm going to increase my exposure so I can see something different, hear something different, and this will in turn shift my perspective about where I'm going, the next level of growth that I desire to accomplish, and what is possible for me. Okay, so you want to expand your environment so that can expand your imagination. All right, okay. All right, I'm excited to see them tonight. So excited. All right, so the next thing is a fixed mindset. Believing that this is just how things are. This is just it. When in reality, the world changes for those who are willing to challenge how it's always been. Oh, this is just how it's always been. This is not the year for you to say, oh, this is just it. This is just how life is. This is just how my family has always lived, right? This is not the year to say that. Not if you want to grow and be an effective executive over your life, right? You can't say that. Oh, this is just how it's always been. This is just how life always goes for my family. No. And in my case, right, it's always been that I just want to get home. I just want to stay home. But I'm intentionally socializing outside of my home and expanding my connections this year. Intentionally, right? I do want to come home. I do want to get out of the cold, but I want to socialize. So I'm intentionally expanding my connection. So you need to change your whatever area of life that you have a fixed mindset in. Okay, this is just how it's always been. This is just how I've always done it. You got to shift that. so you can see the possibilities. Okay? Sakina, I don't hear you. Okay? Mommy duties. All right, so here's some insight for you. Most limitations are not physical, they're psychological. The mind will not pursue what it does not believe is possible. So if you don't believe that you can get to a financial status that is comfortable, you can do what you want to do, you can help who you want to help, right? If you can't see that, yes, the mountain is you. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's our current read, right? If you can't see that, the mind is, you're not going to pursue it. You won't. So the mind will not pursue what it does not believe is possible. So fix that area first. Okay? So think about, and I think I'm going to have to stop here. There's so much more to this. But again, it will be in the book once the book comes out. All of the notes will be there. I got 9 minutes to get off here. But I want you to think about what goal you have put on hold because it seems unrealistic for you. Because you're recounting your background, you're recounting the mistakes that you made, right? You're recounting educational hiccups, you're recounting all of those stuff. So think about, hey Lisette, how are you? Think about what goal have you put on hold because it seems unrealistic. And I want you to challenge yourself this year. Really challenge yourself. What would happen if you simply ask the what if it's possible for me question? What if it's possible for me in this area? What if it's possible for me with this goal that I have? I want you to ask yourself that question. What if it's possible for me? And then I want you to explore it. Not just think about it, but really explore it. Thank you, Lisette. I appreciate you. Thank you for all the gifts. All right, I want you to explore it because it just may work out beautifully for you. This may be the year that it truly works out beautifully for you. Okay? This was a great live. Thank you, Miss D. Thank you so much. Thank you for stopping by. All right, so I got 8 minutes. Let's touch on, I'm not going to give you all the details, but we're going to hit some bullet points because I'm running out of time. But again, all of the notes will be in the book once it's published, okay? Once I send it to print. So the psychology of possibility. I'm just going to hit some bullet points for you. Then we'll do our declarations and then I've got to go, okay? Because time is running out. There's a lot more notes to it. But again, it will be in the book once it's published. So the psychology of possibilities. People with strong sense of possibility share a few distinct mental patterns. Here they are. I'm just going to give you the bullet points. Number 1, curiosity over certainty. They don't need everything before they take the first step. So number 1, curiosity over certainty. Number 2, optimism over obstacles. They don't focus on problems. They focus on solution. This is not the year that you're going to spend 60 days talking about the problem and never considering the possibility of a solution. This is just not the year for it. Okay? So optimism over obstacle. Something happens, something goes crazy. Okay, what can we do to address this? Let's jump to the solution. Okay? How can we fix this and make sure that it never happens again? Okay? So get focused on the solution. Do not spend 60 days, what's the term, ruminating over the problem without ever exploring the possibility of a solution for it. So number 2 is optimism over obstacles. Number 3 is vision over validation. They don't wait for approval to believe in their ideas and their goals. Don't wait, because you may wait and you never get the approval. Next thing, you're so frustrated with yourself because you didn't try and now you feel like it's too late, it's too far gone, right? Choose vision over validation. Here's what I see for myself. Here's how I see my life working out. Let me start working on this. Not waiting around for somebody to say, oh, it's okay, you can do that. It's okay, go. Don't wait, because they may never give you that approval. They may never give it to you. And you're going to sit down for 10 years. Then you're going to get frustrated and be like, man, I wish I had. I wish I had done that. Frustrated with yourself and you feel like it's too late, too far gone. No, let's focus on vision. Okay? Let's focus on that. A police officer? No, I'm not. I'm not a police officer. Okay. All right. So, a possibility mindset activates creativity and resilience. It allows you to remain hopeful, resourceful, and adaptable even in uncertain environments. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. There's a lot more notes to go through, but again, it will be in the book. Once I publish it, time is running out. I got 4 minutes to get off here. So let's do our declarations. But the word of the day, possibilities. Okay, explore what is possible for you. When will the book be published? So we're going to work through the list of words right now. Once I get through the list, then I'll put the book out. Okay, so here's my strategy. Here's my authorship strategy, right? When it comes to editing, that's like the hardest part for me. Editing my books is the hardest part. Writing is okay, but editing the book is the hardest part for me. So when I teach you all the content or from the manuscript, that's how I do my edit. So right now, what I'm teaching you is from the manuscript and I'm editing as I go along. So once I'm done teaching you all from the manuscript, then I send it to print. That's my strategy and it helps me. Okay, so that's what I did with this one. This is how we got this one. Clever, yes, I know. Because editing is the hardest part for me. You're welcome. You're welcome. So once we get through the manuscript, then I'll send it to print. Okay? And some people will say, why would you do that? Why would you teach from a book that is not published yet? That is my strategy and it works for me. I want y'all to know what you're going to get in the book. Okay? Some people may think it's not a good idea, but it works for me, right? You know what you're getting in the book. You know that the book is good even before you buy it, right? So that's my strategy and it works for me. But yeah. All right. Awesome. So the word of the day, possibilities. This is absolutely possible for me and I'm going to apply myself so I can see it. Your affirmations are amazing. Thank you. The affirmations are in the book. They're in the front of the book as well. Okay, they're right here. Right there. If you write it, I will bite. Thank you. I will definitely be publishing it. So the affirmations are in the book as well. It will be in the 2.0 version of that as well. Okay, awesome. Great, great, great. Let's do this. Let's make some declarations. I got 2 minutes and then my alarm is going to go off telling me it's time to get off this live stream. All right, so let's do some declarations. So remember, possibilities. So you're going to think about that goal that you've put to the side because you thought that, oh, I can't do this. My background says I can't do it. This happened to me, so I can't do it. No. Any goal that you've been putting to the side, let's bring it back up. What is this community about? Welcome to the Commanders community. We meet here Mondays through Fridays, 6:30 a.m. Eastern time. And I teach you ways to position your mindset so you can take the day on with a positive outlook. I hope that helped you, Abel. I hope that was clear. Was it clear? Hit the follow button so you'll get the notification. Okay. All right. Great, great, great. All right. So let's do some declarations. I'm going to decree for all of us, and you're going to type in the comments, I agree with that. If you miss anything that I said today, I will be posting the replay on my YouTube channel. If you haven't connected with me there yet, please do so. I am the Productivity Coach on YouTube. I'm Anika V. Brown on Facebook. You can connect with me there as well, so you can get the replay of all these live streams that I do here, okay? I'm Anika V. Brown on Facebook. You can connect with me there as well, so you can get the replay of all these live streams that I do here, okay? It's time to get off the stream. Okay, so my YouTube channel is The Productivity Coach, okay? The Productivity Coach. Connect with me there for all the replays. All right, let's make some decrees, and then I've got to go. I'm going to decree for all of us, and you're going to type in the comments, I agree with that. So here we go. I decree that the Lord is blessing us and keeping us in all our ways. I decree that his face and his favor is shining upon us and giving us peace. I decree that we're healthy and strong in body, mind, and spirit. I decree that we're well balanced in every area of our lives. I decree that we're blessed coming and going. I decree that our storehouse, our savings, our checking, our investment accounts are blessed with abundance and overflow. I decree that we're blessed with clear direction and a disciplined life. I decree that the rain of abundance, favor, and goodness is falling on us. I decree that we're blessed with success, with prosperity, and provision. I decree that we walk today in faith and expectancy with results. I decree that we're empowered to prosper in our walk with the Lord. I decree that God's grace is giving us speed and acceleration in all that we do. I decree things of great value is coming our way today. I decree that the Lord is amplifying our voices and perfecting our gifts. I decree that God is connecting us to great men and giving us strategic kingdom opportunities. I decree that we are victorious in life. That is how we program a productive and a successful day. So now our mindset and our intentions are set for today. And we understand that anything is possible when we have the right mindset and the will to do what we say we're going to do. So message me if you want to work with me, okay? See the link in my bio if you want to register for our free group counseling session tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern time, okay? If you have any questions at all, please send me a message. Patty, tomorrow is our counseling session. So there's no live stream on tomorrow night, okay? I will be here in the morning, but tomorrow night, we will be in our Zoom room for the counseling session, Patty. I'm going to email you the link today, okay? I should have your email. I think I do have your email. If not, Patty, send me your email so I can send you the link. All right? Awesome. Great. So send over any questions that you may have. So take the day on with faith and expectancy. Expect good things. Expect answered prayers. Expect promotion and increase, because anything is possible. Anything is possible when you have the right mindset and the will to do what you say you're going to do. Have a great day. I will see you all in the morning. I will have another word of the day for you tomorrow. All right. Bye for now. Thanks, everyone.